All right, so in front of you, you should have your Unit 7 programming assignment, and we're going to walk through exactly what the requirements will be. So the objective says, in this programming assignment, you will be using the 3 types of style sheets to create a web page with consistent and attractive styles. Most of the pages will rely on an external style sheet for its formatting, but some will use an embedded style sheet to define its style, and an inline style sheet will be used to modify the style of selected elements. So just like in the past, you'll start off with these same comments at the top so I know which file is yours. Now, some of these may actually be in the files that you're using, and you just need to update it to Unit 7. And then at the end of this project, you will need to create a hard copy of this code. So maybe just printing off your frame definition file and your CSS file will be fine. You won't need to print off a hard copy of everything. I should change those instructions a little bit further. But just like we've done with previous projects, you can print off kind of those main new documents. So the CSS document and the frame definition file will be fine. And then from there, as long as it works out of the shared drive, you'll be good to go. So you'll share it to the shared drive. So here it says you're going to modify your Unit 5 programming assignment. So we're going back to that All About Me webpage. And your Unit 5 programming assignment was the frames webpage. And what we're going to do is we're going to style that using style sheets entirely. So what I need you to do to start is you're going to copy the Unit 5 programming assignment and make a new Unit 7 programming assignment folder. And what you need to do to start is you'll need to change all of those documents to have that Unit 7 code at the very, very top. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to create an external style sheet, an embedded style sheet, and an inline style sheet within these documents. So you shouldn't have to create any new HTML files. You should just need to add in the styling that we're going to be specific about. So it says the external style sheet will define the styles for the All About Me homepage, the school schedule page, and the work schedule page. So this style sheet will need to be linked to those 3 pages. Then it says an external style sheet will define the following styles for the given HTML elements. So the body should have a background that is the mulberry light blue image. And so I know while a lot of you may not love the stylings that we're doing, if you have another image that you would like to use, that's fine. Just need to get it pre-approved. And you'll notice this student had a different image that she was using. It had like colors and mountains. That's fine as long as you get it pre-approved by me. The margin should be set to 20 points, and your font family should be set to be Verdana in a 12-point size. Then your paragraph, style 1, should have text indented a 1/2 inch. The rest of the text should appear as normal. Paragraph style 2, the text should be indented a 1/2 inch, and the font should be bold and italicized. And paragraph style 3, the text should not be indented at all, and the font should appear in 14-point small caps. So here you'll have to think through what new concept can you use to have paragraphs of style 1, 2, and 3. So think through that a little bit. Then within your tables, you'll have font that is 10-point font and borders that should be solid navy and 5 points wide. And then your table headers should have background colors of blue, font color of white, font size should be 14-point fonts, and font face should be Comic Sans MS. So these are the font stylings that I should see. Now, if you have something that you specifically don't like you have a different color scheme you'd like to use, I will probably approve that, but you need to talk to me about it because I want to make sure that you can style in a variety of ways. So you can see I'm hitting on things like font size, font families, borders, things like that. I want to see that you can style a variety of documents and that you can style different tags with different styles. So you can see the main new points I'm hitting on here. So you'll need to link that external style sheet to the home page, the school page, and the work schedule page. Now what you will have to do, and this is a key point here, is you will need to remove any pre-existing formatting on your page. So you will need to go into the tags and remove this. That's why I give you a little bit more time for this particular project, because you will actually need to go in and take formatting out, because any formatting you have in a tag will override an external style sheet. Then on your All About Me page, you should be presented with those 3 paragraph styles, and you'll need to style paragraphs with those 3 styles. So I'm not super picky, but I basically say on your All About Me page, the paragraphs need to have the paragraph 3 style, and then you will need to use styles 2 and 1 on once in the other 3 pages. So you'll see that paragraph 3 is mostly used all over the All About Me page, where you should have some paragraph font in there. And then the other two style paragraphs, I don't care where they're used, but they need to be used each at one point. You'll kind of have to highlight and tell me where to look for that. So saying that paragraph style 1 is maybe used on the school schedule page at this point, and paragraph style 2 is used on the work schedule page at this point, whatever that might be. Just make sure that I can see that you were able to utilize the 3 different styles. Then the tables on the school schedule and work schedule pages should be displayed with the styles that were described up here. Then you'll also link the external style sheet to the logo page, but the only style that will be used here is the background, just because there's not a lot happening on that logo page. If you look back here, the logo page is just you in a picture, so obviously there won't be a lot of styling taking place. It will just be the background. Then what you'll need to do after you've worked with the external style sheet is you'll need to add an embedded style sheet to the menu page. So that's the page here. And then the body should have a background color of some kind that complements the main and logo frames. The margin is set to 10 points all around the document, and your font family should be set to Verdana and a color that's complementary to the colors you've chosen. So you can pick what color you want to use, but it needs to be styled in the embedded style sheet. Then from here, you'll need to add in tables, font styling. So you'll have to have the 14-point font along with the borders that are being turned off. And then for your anchor tags, for your linking tags, the text should be underlined and overlined, and it should have a complementary color. And when the mouse points to it, the background should turn navy and the text should turn white and boldface. So think about how you can change it so that when it points to it, you can see that the links have a background color. Then it says, recall that the menu was a table, so no other style should then be needed. So as long as you programmed your menu bar as a table, everything should work okay. Then finally here, you're going to create an inline style sheet on the header page, and you're just going to style your paragraph. So you want the font family to be Verdana with a 24-point font, displayed in boldface and italics, aligned in the frame, with a color matching the text of the whole web page. And then you'll use a background color that matches the frame. So just kind of noting here how we're using our style sheets. We have our external style sheet here, and you'll print off the code for that. You have your embedded style sheet here, and you'll print off the code for that. And then you have your inline style sheet here, and you'll print off that page and just kind of highlight that inline style sheet for me. Now, if you don't like the requirements, you can talk to me about it, and we can possibly modify it to fit what you'd like to do. But remember, you need to be meeting these basic things of background color changing, margins changing, font size changing. So if you have a specific font size you'd like to use that's different, that's okay. Just get it approved by me. You can't take font styling out, but you can alter it if you would like to. So if you have questions, let me know. You can see here that a previous student has a variety of things in here. She has her paragraph styled. You can even see the different fonts that she used and the different styling she used. You can see how all of her tables have that similar look to them. You can see the hover in here. You can see, even if I pull up the frame source here, you can see her inline style sheet here that styled that little style sheet. So just kind of making sure you're including all of those different styles, that they're complementary with each other, but that you are certainly using a style sheet for an external style sheet, an embedded style sheet, and an inline style sheet.